What's up, family? My name is Trail, and what do you know? We finally have some positive news coming from the Republicans. We now have a group of Republican senators calling for a fourth stimulus check, but not just any fourth stimulus check. They are calling for $1,000 fourth stimulus checks. And yes, this news just hitting the wires. And the best part about it is that they want to make sure that these checks are limited to the people who actually receive them. They want to make sure that these checks only go to lower income families. Now, in addition, Congress finally passed a bill worth $40 billion, and majority of Americans want to know, why can't they just pass a fourth stimulus check? And I'm going to tell you exactly all about it today. But first, as a quick reminder, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. All right, guys, real quick, I wanted to tell you about this new promotion that's just started. Webull, which is an amazing trading platform where you can buy and sell stocks in the stock market. Well, they just increased their previous promotion and now they are offering you 6 free stocks. All you have to do is sign up using the link down below and then deposit just $1 within 14 days and they are going to give you 6 free stocks. Now, the first 2 stocks can be valued up to $300 each, and the remaining stocks can be valued at $3,000 each. So if you are super lucky, then those stocks could be worth up to $12,600 for this particular promotion. Now, this promotion does end on June the 9th, so you got to act fast to claim your free 6 stocks. That link will be down below. Well, you guys already know about the recent news in regards to the Roe versus Wade. Well, Oklahoma just did it yesterday. Yes, Oklahoma, their House, which is the House of Representatives for Oklahoma, passed a bill that is going to ban abortion at conception. This is crazy, guys. This is a crazy topic all around. But the Oklahoma House of Representatives passed a bill banning abortions at conception. Now, this particular House Bill 4327 passed with a vote of 73-16 on Thursday. And in a statement, it said that it is my sincere hope that in addition to the criminal bill passed this session, this civil liability bill will provide strong additional protection of the life of unborn children in Oklahoma, according to Representative Wendy Stearman. Now, this particular bill passed after some back and forth between both sides of the aisles in the debate, saying that there can be no higher cause for you and I to address in this body, according to Madam Speaker, than the protection of innocent unborn life. If you're preborn, you're all good, said Representative Mickey Dollins. If you're pre-K, good freaking luck if you're born in Oklahoma. Good luck with an underfunded foster care system born into underfunded school systems. Now, this particular bill, if signed into law, would prohibit physicians from performing abortions at any point in the pregnancy, unless it is necessary to save the pregnant woman's life. There is also an exception if the pregnancy is the result of rape, sexual assault, or incest that has been reported to law enforcement. So, guys, I don't even know how to talk about this subject on this channel. I mean, I have my own thoughts in regards to this, but I'll just go ahead and say this. I do believe that it needs to be left up to the woman. I do not believe that all these freaking men in Congress, the House of Representatives, and in the Senate get to make up the decisions that our women have to deal with on a daily basis. I personally believe that the woman needs to make that particular decision. Now, I do not believe in killing children. However, if you have sex on day 1 and then you say you're pregnant on day 10, are you really killing? That's a really touchy subject, guys. I don't even want to get into it. But anyways, guys, that is exactly what Oklahoma is doing right now. They're going in trying to step ahead of the game of Roe versus Wade and going ahead and putting a ban for the state of Oklahoma. But anyways, guys, moving on. Hey, the White House has actually condemned condemned that particular abortion law from Oklahoma. They are saying that it is too restrictive. And yes, the White House press secretary, Karen Jean-Pierre, condemned a law that was passed by Oklahoma lawmakers on Thursday. She said in a statement that today's action by the Oklahoma legislature is the most extreme effort to undo these fundamental rights we have seen to date. In addition, it adopts Texas' absurd plan to allow private citizens to sue their neighbors for providing reproductive health care and helping women to exercise their constitutional rights. And yes, guys, she also argued that the ultra MAGA officials, a reference to the former President Donald Trump Make America Great Again slogan, said that we're involved in a larger effort to eliminate certain freedoms and the rights within this country, warning that others beyond abortion, such as marriage equality and the right to contraception, are also being imperiled right now. So, guys, that is the latest topic that is going all over the news right now, and lots of people stand on different sides of the aisle. So, depends on where you guys stay on those as well. But we'll go ahead and move forward on that particular topic. COVID cases, guys, are now on the rise even more. And yes, according to this article, COVID cases rise in almost every single state in the United States. Now, saying that change in reported COVID-19 cases per 100,000 people in the last 2 weeks. Guys, you can see right here, the dark colors are really places where they are having an increase in COVID-19 cases. And then obviously the lighter color, or even the orange color on the screen right here, is where they are really having cases actually decreasing. So that's some good news, which I'm shocked to see my state, which I live in, Texas, which is one of the lighter purples on this particular screen, which means that we are having a decrease in COVID-19 cases. That is some awesome news, guys. But in addition to that, hey, the CDC came out on Thursday and said that they are now recommending Pfizer's booster shots for children between the ages of 5 and 11 years old. Now, this is a third dose, would enhance immunity to coronavirus, the agency said, but hesitancy is very high right now, and less than 1/3 of children in this age group have received 2 doses. So yes, guys, the CDC is just now approving of this Pfizer booster shot for these particular children, saying that vaccinations with a primary series among this age group has lagged behind other age groups in the past, leaving them vulnerable to serious illnesses. With over 18 million doses administered in this age group, we know that these vaccines are very safe, and we must continue to increase the number of children who are protected as our adults are. And this particular booster shot would be the 3rd dose available for most children and the 4th dose for some immune compromised children. So yes, guys, I know there has been some information going on in regards to the detailed information of the paperwork that was provided by the vaccine providers. And that information was very drastic, guys. So I don't know if you believe in getting the vaccine or not, but hey, choose wisely. But we'll go ahead and move further. Senate, guys, they finally approved of the $40 billion in aid for the Ukrainians. Yes, they ended up approving this on Thursday, and the Senate voted 86-11 to pass a nearly $40 billion in military and humanitarian aid package for Ukraine on Thursday. Now, President Biden applauded the package's passage and thanked Congress for sending a clear bipartisan message that the U.S. supports Ukraine. So yes, guys, but the biggest question about this is, why can't they just go ahead and approve of $2 to $4 billion for the American people? We are the ones right here that are local that need more help than ever. Now, I understand that Ukrainians need help as well, but do you want to help people outside of your local area first, or do you want to help those people that are right home with you where you live? Guys, let me know down in the comment section what you think about this. Approving $40 billion for another country across the world, or $40 billion or even $5 billion to support the American people in this country right now who are struggling with inflation increases, as well as gas price increases, as well as grocery store increases. I mean, increases everywhere, guys. The American people are struggling right now, and they need another fourth stimulus check, which I do have some good news that I do want to talk about, because according to this article, it talks about with the inflation sitting at a 40-year high right now, a new bill called the Food and Fuel Family Savings Act would give millions of Americans $600 that can be used only for food and gasoline. Or he said a funny statement that, or you can just buy the only grocery item that's apparently inflation proof, 99-cent Arizona iced tea. Yes, guys, that iced tea came out over 10 years ago and it still costs 99 cents. But anyways, guys, hey, exactly this particular Food and Fuel Family Savings Act would give millions of Americans $600 to be used only for food and gasoline. The amount of the credit would also be reduced for those making above $40,000 a year, and children and dependents wouldn't receive the money directly, but those who claim them as dependents would receive an additional $600 for each dependent, and non-citizens will be ineligible for this particular funds. Now, the bill was previously introduced in the Senate on April the 7th as Bill number S. 4060 by Senator Jack Reed, but supporters are arguing that the legislation provides much needed relief on two key spending areas as prices surge, shielding the most disadvantaged from much of the economic effects. Now, hardworking Americans are not at fault for these global price pressures, yet those households, which often put a large share of their income towards basic necessities, are being forced to bear the burden of higher costs in this country. Which I will agree, guys, this increase in prices really affects our low-income families. Those are ones that were barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck, and now with gas prices going up at least 50% over the last 9 months, I'm sure those individuals are struggling the most right now. But according to this article, guys, it says that the average American household would receive around $1,500. Using estimates from economists, this particular payment should cover the additional $183 the average family will spend each month on food and fuel for the rest of the year of 2022, according to Senator Reed. In other words, our legislation would ensure households can put food on the table and gas in their cars this year. But according to this article, guys, Republican opponents counter that this legislation is a band-aid that doesn't cover the biggest source of inflation right now, surging government spending enacted by congressional Democrats. Indeed, this bill would add more such government spending. However, it really won't help the economy and it won't really help the American people. But that is just a statement from the Republicans, guys. But I would disagree, guys, because I know you guys out there, if you are part of the lower income families, do you believe that this additional $1,500 could benefit you and your family? Or do you really think, according to this Republican right here, saying that this is really just a band-aid and won't really do much? Now, I do believe that President Biden needs to do more in this country in regards to fighting the inflation, in regards to fighting the gas prices, putting a limit on the oil companies from raising the prices of gasoline. Yes, President Biden can do a little bit more there. However, $1,500 right now in the American people's pockets can do a whole lot, guys. It could potentially prevent them from falling below the poverty line. But again, guys, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you feel about this statement from this Republican, as well as how you feel about an additional $1,500 in stimulus aid for the lower income families. And last but not least, guys, hey, we do have some awesome news right here, because this is a flip side from the previous article, which states that we now have Republicans are pushing for a $1,000 fourth stimulus check. And here's how you would qualify for the money. Now, it says that the next COVID stimulus checks could be smaller than $1,400 and reach fewer people if a new plan put forward by some Republican senators is actually approved. Now, the new proposal from a group of 10 GOP lawmakers calls for $1,000 checks per per person, rather than the $1,400 sum proposed by President Joe Biden. Now, that would bring the direct payments to $1,600, including the first payment authorized in December. Individuals earning up to $40,000 per year would be eligible for the full payments of $1,600, and those with incomes at the threshold and above would see payments gradually phase out, and eligibility would be capped at $50,000 in annual pay. And for married couples who file taxes jointly, the payments would begin phasing out at $80,000 in income and be capped at $100,000. Now, again, guys, this is some awesome news coming from Republicans, which have previously stated against providing any type of stimulus aid to the American people. But this particular article talks about only 10 GOP lawmakers are actually pushing this effort to provide a fourth stimulus check. And they also said that children and adults who qualify as dependents would be eligible for $500 stimulus checks, as well as convicted inmates would not be eligible at all. And right now, prisoners are eligible to receive $600 checks that are being deployed directly to them. Now, the checks would total an estimated of $220 billion per this particular Republican plan. Meanwhile, the total package, including some additional funding for vaccines, childcare, enhanced unemployment insurance, and nutritional benefits, would cost an estimated around $618 billion. Yes, guys, this is some great news, guys, I will say, because you already have the Democrats pushing for more stimulus checks, and now you have 10 GOP lawmakers pushing for it as well. Now we just need to get both of them in the room together and go ahead and vote on a new bill that will provide fourth stimulus checks for the lower income families in this country. But again, guys, hey, this is still some good information, because if this particular bill gets more traction and gets more support from more GOP lawmakers, as well as the Democrats are definitely going to support this bill, hey, this could be some positive news going forward this year, especially moving into the midterm elections. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.